With me in the studio, we have ZsuZsanna Bekesi from Hungary. Have I said that correctly?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
wonderful.
But your nickname is ZsuZsi.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, so we call you ZsuZsi.
Thank you.
It's easier for me. So you are now a teacher trainer in Helen Doron. What does that mean? What do you do?
Well, I train teachers. I basically teach teachers how to teach.
But not only in Hungary, all over the world.
Not only in Hungary. I teach worldwide, wherever they send me, basically. Wherever the company wants me to train, I go and train, and it's a great adventure.
How long have you been doing that as a teacher trainer?
I have been a teacher trainer for more than 5 years now.
Tell me a few of the exotic places that you've been.
Well, probably the most exotic place was South Korea. I really enjoyed working there. The culture was completely different. But what is nice about this work, this job, that everything works in every country. Wherever I go and I start training and I start doing what I call opening the minds of the teachers and giving them a completely different perspective of what they can do with children, it works everywhere. So it doesn't matter where I go.
Do you find that people who come to these courses, because they're not teachers in Helen Doron, do they know what Helen Doron is all about before they come, or is that part of you teaching them?
It varies. Some of them are very well informed because, not surprisingly, we have a lot of mothers or parents who actually attended lessons with us and seen how the method works so wonderfully with their kids. They actually wanted to become teachers. So if we have these parent-turned-teacher cases, they know a lot about the method already. But there are people from absolutely different backgrounds. I had lawyers, economists, mathematicians coming to attend my course, and there we have to do a bit more of introduction to what we are doing and how we are doing it differently from traditional teaching. That's what I see as a major point that I have to show them. How is it different from traditional teaching methods? What people do, what teachers do in schools?
Have you had any teachers from schools who have moved over to Helen Doron?
Yes, and they find it quite often. They find the shift very difficult. But most of them, I have to tell you, they really work hard. They are very motivated, and they come out at the end as butterflies from the cocoon. And they really, really love what they learned. And they often say that I wish I would have known this 20 years ago. Whenever I started teaching, all this changes everything in teaching for me. That's what they say.
And before you became a teacher trainer, you were a teacher yourself. Yes. Let's start at the beginning. How did you hear about Helen Doron?
It's funny because I went to the United States with a scholarship, and I returned from the States, still had to finish my MA degree in education, but I needed a job. So I saw an advertisement absolutely accidentally. And it said Helen Doron, Early English. Early English sounded good, so I called in. And the next week I was in the TTC.
This was in Hungary?
Yes, it was in Budapest right after my return to Hungary.
And then you were a teacher for 5 or 6 years before you became a teacher?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Do you like the teaching, or do you like being the teacher trainer?
I don't think I could pick. I love them both, and they complement each other. They are both necessary for me to do a good job, right? I think I'm very lucky because when I teach, if you teach for many, many years, you need reminders sometimes what you like about it so much. Why is it so important what we do for children? Of course, we all know that we're making a huge difference in their lives, but it's important that I see the background of it. And when I go training, I don't just share this knowledge with the new teachers, but I also get it as a wonderful positive reinforcement for my own teaching experience, to remind myself what is lovely about all this that we do with the children.
Have you got a favourite age group that you like teaching, or a favourite programme of Helen Doron that you like teaching?
Well, I always say in trainings that wherever I start, I open a seminar, or whenever I start a seminar, I say this is a very special course, because they all are. And my teachers who know me already, they start laughing because I say this at the beginning of every single seminar. And I do think that all of our courses are special in many ways. They have their specialties for the particular age groups, and they are wonderful. And I love all of them, but if I have to pick one age group, it's babies.
The babies?
I love babies. Yes, I have been working with babies for almost 20 years now, and they fascinate me. The growth, the levels that they reach in such a short time. I believe that babies are the most hardworking people in the world.
Yeah.
Whatever they accomplish in the first 2 years, we never do that again, ever.
That's correct. Where did you learn your English?
Well, it's interesting because I learned English as a grown-up. We had some input in high school, but not too much because it was the changing period of, from Russian to English time. But I translated my favorite songs very enthusiastically. I never used the language, actually. I just wanted to understand what was sung in the songs, right, that I loved coming from America or England. And then I started to work for English-speaking families as a nanny. And my language development followed their children's language development in English. Actually, I learned like a kid, but as a grown-up.
Wow.
Together with these young children. So that's how it started. But I became fluent when I went to the United States first to stay there for 5 months.
Did you speak any other languages besides Hungarian and English?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. But once you speak English, you get a little bit, comfortable with it. Because you can get away with English anywhere.
Yeah. What do you see yourself doing in the future? Carrying on being a teacher trainer and a teacher? Yes.
I really wish to continue this because there is nothing that I don't like about it. Seriously. I wake up every day and the first thing that comes to my mind that I'm very grateful that I can do what I love. And this is beautiful. There is no need to change this. Of course, progress is nice. I like to learn new things, and this is why I'm here now. I am being trained again because Helen takes very, very good care of the trainers as well. Trainers are always being trained again and again. It's continuing education. It's not that we are finished, right? So there are always new perspectives, new courses, new objectives to reach, new goals, new things to learn. It never gets boring. So that's beautiful about it. And I also think that I'm growing as a person with this job so much that I really wish to continue this as long as I can.
My last question is a very hard question.
Okay.
There's a lot of programs here at Helen Doron English, and there's a lot of songs.
That's true.
What is your favourite song?
Oh, that is hard. Oh, I cannot pick just one.
You have to pick one because that's the one we're going to play at the end of the interview.
Okay, what's my favourite song? Now I really have to think. Build a House Up Very High.
Okay, that's the song we'll play at the end of the interview. Thank you very much, ZsuZsi, for taking the time to speak to us.
Thank you so much.